Memphis, Tennessee, home of Elvis and gun control. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, Wolverines? Welcome back to the channel. My name is John Crump. I happen to be an investigative journalist that concentrates on 2A issues. Today, we're going to be talking about a 2A issue happening in Memphis, Tennessee. But before we get into that, if you can be a big favor, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, we are brought to you by Black Swan Tactical. Black Swan Tactical is my company which sells t-shirts and knives and axes and stuff like that. These are two latest products. This is my favorite right here. It's 1095 Damascus steel, all handmade. This is another one that is all handmade, and it comes with these awesome sheaths, which are handmade leather. It's great knives, and you can help support the channel by picking up a knife or two. All right, so we got that out of the way. So let's go ahead and talk about what is going on in Memphis. This past election cycle, there was a measure on the ballot to enact a bunch of anti-gun ordinances within Memphis. This is very problematic for multiple reasons. We're going to get into the biggest one in a second here, but let me tell you what the measures do. First, Memphis is in Tennessee. Tennessee is a constitutional carry state, permitless carry, whatever you want to call it. You don't need a permit to carry a handgun. But Memphis enacted a ordinance that says you do need a permit to carry a handgun, which makes Memphis a island in the middle of a free state that says you have to have a permit to carry a gun. And if you don't, you're going to get charged with that, which is highly problematic. The second thing that the ordinance does, it bans assault rifles. Now, they didn't say assault weapons, they said assault rifles, and I think they got a little bit mixed up there. There's no definition of a assault weapon, and the ordinance does not define what an assault weapon is either, but it does say assault rifles. Assault rifles are select fire rifles, such as like the M16 and the fully automatic AK-47, the STG-44, and a bunch of other machine guns. But this does not mention any machine guns whatsoever. There's something called the National Firearms Act of 1934 that made machine guns highly regulated, and there has not been a machine gun added to the registry for civilian transfer since 1986 when the Firearms Protection Owners Act passed. That included the Hughes Amendment. So I think they got mixed up here, but who knows? Doesn't seem like they know too much about guns, which is kind of scary because they put a ordinance on the ballot that deals with a lot of guns. There is another thing that is in the ordinance, and that is extreme risk protection orders, also known as red flag laws. I know this isn't a law, it's an ordinance, but for the sake of brevity, let's just call it a red flag law. Basically, that enables the police to be able to confiscate someone's firearm without due process. The person does not get their day in court to defend themselves against this gun confiscation order, which is highly constitutionally dubious. And Tennessee does not have that on the books. Now, let's get to the big problem with this ordinance is that Tennessee has some of the strongest preemption laws in the country. Preemption means that local laws do not supersede state laws. And the ordinance that says that you need a permit to carry a handgun is superseding state law. Also, the red flag laws and the ban on assault rifles are also superseding state law. And since there is a preemption law on the books,
that's fucking illegal.
Thank you, Dana, for that awesome commentary there. He is right. It is very illegal. So much so that now there's a lawsuit challenging the ordinance. It was filed by the Tennessee Firearms Association, which I happen to be a member of. Also GOA, which I happen to be a member of as well. That's Gun Owners of America, and Gun Owners Foundation, which I have given money to in the past. So these three organizations have come together and formed a super Voltron of a plaintiff and is suing the city of Memphis and the local police over the ordinance. It's not clear if this ordinance can even be enforced because of the preemption laws. I do not believe that it can, but these plaintiffs are going to make sure that it's not, and they are asking for an injunction against the law, asking for the courts to strike it down because it is illegal under Tennessee law. I'm not sure what the city is thinking. I know one of their council members said, bring it on, which is kind of ridiculous because I don't think that there is any type of legal way that they can defend it. They are in violation of the law. And it's not like they might be in violation of the law. They are 100% in violation of the law. So how they think that they're going to get away with this, I'm not sure. What this might be is a political maneuver to say, hey, look, we're taking a stance against guns, even though they know that they're going to lose in court, which I'm pretty sure that they will. This case is pretty much open and shut. There is a preemption law in Tennessee that says you cannot make a gun law that is stricter than state law, and that is exactly what Memphis has done here. So I think that they're going to lose, but it is definitely a case to watch. All right, guys, that is it. Just wanted to make a quick little video to talk about what's going on in Memphis, the home of Elvis, and we'll see how this turns out. But until then, stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keeping the fight, buy a knife, Wolverines and Meffers.